I would briefly like to share this teaching through another prism, that of the American mystic Joel Goldsmith. The words are different, but for those of you who are now intimately familiar with these talks, you will see how they reach the same place, because that place is within. I will read out 4 or 5 lines of Joel Goldsmith, which deliver this most beautiful message of Advaita, not two, not two. Begin your spiritual life with the understanding that all conflicts must be settled within your consciousness. There is never a conflict with person or condition, but rather a false concept mentally entertained about the person, thing, circumstance, or condition. Therefore, make the correction within yourself rather than attempting to change anyone or anything in the without. Acknowledge God as the substance, law, cause, and activity of all that is, and refrain from meddling physically or mentally in the without. Get back inside yourself and there resolve all appearances. When living out from the center of being, you are untouched by the thoughts, opinions, laws, and theories of the world. Nothing acts upon you because you do not react to the world of appearances. In the spiritual life, you place no labels on the world. You do not judge as to good, evil, sick or well, rich or poor, and so on. While appearances may show forth harmony or discord, by not judging, you merely know what is, and let that which truly is define itself. You see, we may have an opinion about another person in our life, especially someone we don't get along with or someone we don't like. But the fact is that that opinion, that judgment is arising within our own consciousness. It is the content of our consciousness. Therefore, it is our perception. Supposing we pull out from the equation the other and myself, and let's say there's a judgment or label which is sitting in our consciousness right now. If we take somebody in our life and let's say we feel this person is a nasty person, he or she is nasty, or whatever label you want to put based on your own experience. Now, if we just remove the subject and the object, me and the other, if we just suspend them right now, the content of our consciousness is not just the word, but the feeling which the word nasty evokes. Nasty, 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 nasty. This is the content, the mantra which is playing out in consciousness. The subject and object are quite irrelevant here. So while it may appear that we have put a label onto an object, in this case someone else, someone I don't like, the fact is that we are most intimate with this feeling of nasty. What is repeatedly going on within you is what you are most intimate with. And to label someone else nasty, I must also know what it is to be nasty to some degree. So when we accept that everyone we encounter on life's journey is designed by the same source, consciousness, Shiva. Everyone comes with their script based on their genetics, their conditioning, and so on and so forth. What happens is that we see God in everyone. Not God as a physical being, but the understanding dawns that it is the same consciousness at play here. So the compartmentalization, the classifications, grouping people up into different groups as far as we are concerned, all that starts dropping away. I read, I think it was in one of Joel Goldsmith's books, where he talks about this man who walks into a bar, sits on the bar stool at the bar counter, and orders one drink after another, one after another, one after another. And then he turns to look at the man next to him, and he tells that man, "Look here, you better stop drinking. You're becoming very blurry." It is his own perception that has become blurry, and it has got projected onto the other, which is what we do. Nochur Venkatraman, I read a book of his which is quite beautiful on the Dakshinamurti Stotra, I think, where he uses the phrase combing the mirror. When you wish to comb your hair, are you going to comb the hair in the reflection? You have to comb your own hair. But what we do is we try to straighten out the reflection. Don't be like this. Don't do this. You should not behave this way. You should not do that. Can you imagine a mind that is free of this burden of labels, opinions, judgments? How people should behave, what they should do, what they shouldn't do, and so on and so forth. That is called a vacant mind, completely transparent and open to what the present moment brings. As Joel Goldsmith said, this belief of two powers, this has to be given up. Good and evil. This battle with what life brings, especially with what we don't like, this battle, as if there is a power greater than God. When we accept what is, when we accept God's will, whether we like it or not, this battle with life is over. We have given up this belief in two powers. to use his phrase, we now withdraw all opposition to what life brings. We now withdraw all opposition to what life brings our way. We may not like it, but the fact that it has happened cannot be denied. So to accept the happening and thereafter do precisely that which we think and feel we should do is the natural course of action. But where we get stuck is we have a problem with the happening itself. We are psychologically battling the happening itself. That is the opposition which Goldsmith is saying needs to be dropped. As Maharaj said, it is not what you do, but what you stop doing that matters. It is not what you do, but what you stop doing that matters. The expected rarely happens. The unexpected always does. If that is our own life's experience, that we never know what the next moment may bring. Sometimes pleasure, many times pain. If we just accept this for what it is and drop all the why is this happening to me? Why is God doing this to me? What did I do wrong? Etc., etc., etc. One will find that courage and strength come from somewhere. And that is why Rameshji said, one starts living the life courageous. When we accept uncertainty is the very basis of life. Let's look at our own life's experiences. The only certainty is death. That we are all sure of. But between now and death, we are not sure of anything. And that is why we build up this opposition. Nothing should happen to me while I'm alive. You see? Bono had mentioned in one song, uncertainty can be a guiding light. It is so true. The only certainty is that nothing is certain in life.